Welcome back to the Republic of Rugby. Youth, there's been loads of speculation. What's going on, boys? Where are you? I think, well, we'll have a proper catch up, but first and foremost, thank you very much for watching. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, drop a little thumbs up, and tell us your thoughts on this down below. I think we should just have a catch up first off.
Yeah, I forgot what you looked like.
Oh, mate, come on. No, the reality of it is we've seen each other loads. I intended to watch you play your game in Stellenbosch. Arrived just after the final whistle. I saw you at the start of one mammoth night. I've had mammoth night after mammoth night in Cape Town, and I think that's probably the short answer to what's been going on, boys.
That South Africanness is seeping in slowly but surely. But you kind of went to Greece, got a nice tan. We forgot about the Republic of Rugby, or we didn't forget. It's just been so busy, and now you've kind of come straight back in, and yeah, you're looking a bit fragile today, my friend.
I feel a bit fragile today, I'll be honest, but last night was one of those nights, the best nights out, and you must have had this with rugby mates, when one of your mates, maybe after training or something, says, should we just have a quick one?
Just one.
Just one. Just one. And then it descends.
And you still haven't learned your lesson, because if you stay in Cape Town, you know what First Thursdays is. It's like it's disguised as an art type of thing, but everyone just gets pissed on the first Thursday, and you telling me that you're going to that tonight and you're going to have a quiet one. So
it's the first Thursday I've been in Cape Town for First Thursday, so I've got to. So let's go. Let's keep going. Right, we've got a lot to talk about.
Well, let's start with the Paarl Derby, because you attended that,
mate. So many people, you included, said, Tim, you have to do it. You have to do it. You think you've seen a schoolboy game. You think you've seen South Africa rugby culture.
Different level.
Mate, it's crazy. I cannot tell you how much I enjoyed, not just the game day. And if I'm honest, I probably watched a grand total of 20 minutes of the match, because your eyes are everywhere. Yeah. In the stands, at the beer tent, chatting to people, and it's the events that happen. I know there's a whole week's worth of events, and I only got there for the ones on the Friday. The capping ceremonies and the old boys coming back. It's just one giant reunion, one rugby loving. And what I love most of all, full-time whistle goes, one school's won, they're all happy, but actually everyone's like, right, now we're one again.
Yeah, now we're Paarl.
Yeah.
So why you were late for my game on the Friday was because you attended Paarl and Paarl boys, what was it, dinners and
well, I went
events?
in the morning I went to the Paarl
there you go.
Capping ceremony, so it was 4 hours long.
Yeah.
I watched and applauded the under 13 F team as well as the first team.
That's dedication to the cause.
Yeah. But it was pretty amazing. And then there was an Afrikaans singer.
Yeah.
I don't know what his name is. He had blonde hair and glasses and.
Francois van Kook.
I think it was him.
But that's Fok of Politicard.
That's him. That's the guy you played me. Okay, well I watched him live. He performed a few songs on the stage with, all the first team all just blubbing their eyes out, overcome with emotion. And it was at that moment I thought, geez, this is a whole lot of pressure. And then in the evening I went to the Paarl Boys High Old Boys dinner, and the first team are up there getting their jerseys handed to them, and you're like, it's a lot of pressure on these kids.
Yeah. It is. I mean, the amount of eyes that are on that game every single year, and I don't know who I was speaking to about it, but like Marcus Muller was kind of like, I think that was your first real taste of like someone coming out of the Paarl system, like a superstar boy at 18 years old. And it happens every single year. And to be fair to the guys that play in it, they really step up and they really play. And I think that's why when those guys come to the Stormers and play Currie Cup, play URC, they've already seen what 20, 30, 40,000 people feel like. They feel the pressure. They're on social media. So,
well, on that, I bumped into a couple of English schools, and one of them, their coach, is a former England international who played for Worcester Warriors. And he said one of the things he'd noticed is the under-13s will be the water boys. And then the under-16s play earlier in the day when there's a small crowd. So basically, by the time you get to that level, you've been raised in it. Yeah. It's not a surprise. And then, like you say, the way he just summed it up and said, this is an amazing way to create professional rugby players. Yeah. And they're not being paid money, but that was professional rugby. Yeah. that was professional rugby.
Someone was telling me, I don't know who I was having the conversation with, but Marcus was playing in the Curry Cup. There was a Curry Cup game on the same day, and apparently he was quite gutted that he wasn't able to go and watch the Paarl derby.
But then the thing you have to remind yourself, and the thing I was thinking as I was watching it is, this isn't just Paarl, this is happening everywhere, all over. And Yakin Ahmed's going to make his Stormers debut. He was playing for Weinberg last year.
Yeah.
It's your vice-like grip on World Rugby is not going anywhere.
And
Do you get that sense?
Yeah, but it's almost like a quiet confidence. But I think it's easy for people on the outside to kind of look at the Springboks and be like, how are they so good? But then you actually come to the country and you've gone to Craven Week and the Paarl derbies, and you've kind of seen every single level in the pipeline that's been produced in South Africa. And like you say, there's nothing else like it in the world.
In rugby, so the closest comparison, I've made it before, when I was at Craven Week, it's what I thought, NFL, American football, South African rugby, it's the same. You have a lot of adults that play their last game at school or varsity and then they don't play again, but they'll all carry on being rugby fans and they'll know the name of all of the up and coming schoolboy players because it's televised and there's massive crowds. Like there was the Paarl Boys High field was branded up with McDonald's everywhere and the sponsors on the back of the shorts.
At schoolboy level.
At schoolboy level, it's so I have said, and I would say, like if you're a rugby fan and you want to mix, come into a beautiful country with the most amazing rugby experiences, come here.
Well, we'll have you, and we will leave you back with some brandy in your system, maybe a sore head, but you would have had a great time.
Yeah.
We need to plug something that is happening tomorrow before the Stormers game.
Yes. There might, I mean, if there's some tickets available, come along to Grand Africa Beach and Cafe, which is, hold on, there?
Just there, yeah.
There, yeah. Just there. It's like, and you could be in there, coming and having a bit of pre-game chias, and then you could be at your seat in less than 10 minutes. So
Rugby's greatest jewel.
Who are
the guests?
So Stormers are unveiling their new jersey there with Jury Matea and Jean-Luc Duplessis coming over, who I'm sure would love to have been playing. It's going to be. I'm actually wondering whether I'm just going to have to give them a hug. Sorry, boys. They're both injured, are they?
Yeah, I think
so. I mean. But yeah, and there may be some other surprises as well. Bakis Botha has been a surprise before, so you never know who might just.
I think you should just make him a staple of the live show, like a co-host.
Yeah.
So Jury Matea was actually the favourite to start this game against the All Blacks. He's obviously been injured, which has opened the door for Yakin Ahmed. Coming up against Bowden Barrett. When Bowden Barrett won that 2015 Rugby World Cup, Yakin was 9. Bowden Barrett has 145 caps for the All Blacks. Yakin Ahmed's making his debut for the Stormers tomorrow. That, for me, as a fly-off, I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be zoning in on that encounter. Tell me, what are your feelings on? I mean, first of all, Yakin. Then, secondly, the All Blacks B team. I was quite happy when the Stormers lineup got dropped, because I was like, "Ooh, this is a proper team. Like, there's actually a chance." And then the All Blacks dropped their team, and I was like, "Okay, it's a little bit different."
On Yakin, he looks proper, and the fact he's already been called into the wider Springbok squad, and he'll be full of confidence. An interesting little other story as well. When you talk about the communities being reached out to by the Springboks, the 9 and 10, Imad Khan, Yakin Ahmed, that's a cool story as well, isn't it? The Rainbow Nation, again, doing its thing. And, but no, what an opportunity. I saw JJ Kotzer driving his car out after the captain's run that they just did, and he stopped and said hello, and I was like, how's it going? There was just like a steeliness in his eyes. When you think about it, for a lot of these guys, this will be the only time they get to face the haka. Yep. I think for a lot of the guys on the field for Stormers, it might even be a bigger game for them than playing in one of the test matches might be for those guys. For those people that are probably not going to be Boks and have that opportunity, what a rare occasion.
Yeah. I mean, the last time the Stormers or Western Province beat the All Blacks was in 1976. 12-11 at Newlands. And you speak about the guys who this might be the only time they play against the All Blacks. So you've got that aspect of them wanting to give it absolute horns. Then you've also got like 5 or 6 fringe Springbok players who are playing for a spot in a Springbok squad. So it kind of is this melting pot of everyone's going to be fired up, pumped up. This is a special day for a lot of the players. Is there an upset coming, Tim?
It would be amazing, and they're 2-2. They've played 4 times, it's 2 apiece, so this is the decider, best of 5. It would be historic, it would be amazing, but as you said, despite being, I mean, there's probably 4 or 5 New Zealand players that have got a good chance at playing in the match day 23 in a test match. Other than that, it's pretty much second string, but it's proper. And the thing that's really struck me about this New Zealand team for this game and the squad more generally, big boys.
Big.
Massive.
Yeah.
They've gone for 2 4-locks. They've got another one on the bench. They've got a couple of big Boschers, Simon Parker and Ethan Blackadder. Pasilio Tosi's 150 kilos. Taukiaho and Amua, big boys.
And a lot of experience in the back line. I was thinking they might give a couple of opportunities in the midfield specifically. Josh Morby at 15 is also a bit of a shock selection. Maybe just building out that utility, moving Will Jordan to wing because that's where he was playing in the Nations Championship. But I mean, Josh Morby plays behind Damien McKenzie at the Chiefs, which maybe also shows the quality of both of those players and how lucky the Chiefs
100%.
are.
Yeah. No, it's going to be great. I think New Zealand should have too much. Their squad and the power and the heat, but hey, I'm just pleased with that glint in JJ Cotz's eye. The team that the Stormers have selected, it says to me they're going out to try and take them on physically.
Yeah.
I did wonder whether the games against the franchises might end up feel a bit more like exhibition games, but not a chance.
There's nothing friendly about it.
No.
But I want you to decode this riddle for me because I've been thinking about this today. Stormers is the heart of Cape Town. It is the pride of all rugby supporters that have grown up a Stormer. And now they play in the All Blacks. And we know that there's a big contingency of All Black supporters that stay in Cape Town. So I don't know, maybe the audience, if you're a Stormers fan as well as an All Blacks fan, like who are they supporting tomorrow? Is it going to be black jerseys or is it going to be blue and white jerseys? Because if the Bulls are playing the Springboks, I think I'd support the Bulls.
Oh, wow.
Because if they end up upsetting them, like they're the underdogs. I like supporting the underdogs. What is your prediction for the colour of the stadium in terms of jerseys?
I think Stormers have done a really good job at tapping into, and I'm watching from afar. I've only seen bits of it. I was out in La Rochelle for the game in La Rochelle in Quebec last year, and I think the Stormers are doing a really good job at being part of the fabric of Western Province and this part of the world. So I think it'll be blue and white, but then you're going to have the travelling Kiwi fans as well. They're going to come in. They're coming in quite a good number.
But how many?
I don't know if you've heard, but Cape Town's quite a cool place to come away. If I was a New Zealand rugby fan, I'd be all over this. I haven't actually seen too many Kiwis about so far in Cape Town. Maybe today they arrive. Well, there's another event happening in Durban as well, in Kingston's Beach Club, the day before the match, taking over the stadium with John Smith, Makazole Mapimpi, Justin Marshall and Butch James.
That's a proper panel, eh? You're going to have some fun. Are you going to teach Butch how to tackle? Or are you going to take one?
I'll take a high shot from Butch James.
You know what, also the one day I'm also looking forward to the most out of this Greatest Rivalry is the 1st of September. And it's still TBC to whether you play. But Hamilton's over here is just, it's the club I play for. We're playing against a New Zealand rugby club that's coming over to tour. And I have recruited an Englishman to come play flank. So it's free access there as well if people want to come watch. But we're going to be facing a haka as well during the Greatest Rivalry.
That might be worth getting smoked by a Polynesian dude. Just a Maori just come and end me. Might be worth it for that.
When last did you play a game of rugby?
I played 1 year ago. I played a couple of games for my local club. When they were short of numbers, I got a call, go on then. So I played a few games, but the last proper game I played was for a British Army regiment against an Australian paratroopers in Sydney during the Lions tour last year and got to sing the national anthem, and so I'm thinking of it might be special like that was special, so watch this space. Come along on the 1st of September.
That's the South African national anthem anyway, so you'll be able to sing it when we line up.
When we did our watch along and it was South Africa playing, I stood with you and Dion Fourie and JJ Kotzer, and I stood and politely observed your national anthem while you all sang it, which would be exactly what we do again.
On Dion Fourie. How have we not mentioned Dion Fourie? That loose trio, and so Dion Fourie, Chivada Omani, Evan Roos was the loose trio in the 21-22 URC final.
No way.
So they've done it for the Stormers. Now they are coming up against some beefy boys in the All Blacks jersey, but I don't know, I'm getting a bit of a tingle. Maybe it's just because we're sitting in the stadium. Stormers could lose by 30, but maybe something special happens tomorrow.
Regardless of the result, the Dion Fourie story gets even more incredible. And we spoke to him last month, and he's been working so hard with his rehab. At the age of 39, turning 40 in 2 weeks, he's been doing all that work because he wants to face the haka one more time. He never thought it would happen, and then it happened in a World Cup final the first time, and now with his family on his patch. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps.
Me too.
Yeah, he's special. What a guy. And he's going to be, we'd be struggling to keep up with him after the game tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to...
We need to find out where the Stormers having their after party and go and gate crash that one.
With all the greatest rivalry stuff going on, we mustn't forget that Springboks also play on Saturday against Argentina.
Yeah.
I feel like that game is kind of like gone a little bit under the radar,
yeah.
Which, I mean, fair enough.
Big time. You understand why.
Is it a bit of a banana skin for the Boks, who have lost to Argentina away from home in recent years?
Yeah, Argentina will be pretty upset with how July went. Yeah. So they'll be motivated. No Thomas Albanose, 4-match ban for having a pop at the referee.
What happened in that Argentinian-England game?
It's just spicy. Like the two countries, there's history. Yeah. And not just on the rugby field, there's history between the two countries, and Argentina didn't handle it very well and didn't endear themselves to a lot of people. I think Argentina are one of those teams, the way they play, they're a lot of people's second favourite team, and there's a lot of people that went, I don't know about that, didn't sit well. So yeah, they've got a point to prove just as blokes, but more importantly on the rugby pitch, and they'll be going all out. But then this is the beautiful thing about the Springboks where they are, is none of those guys can go out on the field and not do anything other than desperately try and earn themselves a test jersey.
And I mean, you look at the team, and again, it's a B team, but you can't refer to it as a B team because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Even Lutz are back.
Yeah. Okay, let's go through the Springbok 23. Which of those guys, if you were a betting man, are going to be involved in the matchday 23 in Ellis Park? So,
look, I think
Urban, yes.
I think it's all depending on how he plays against Argentina this Saturday.
Thomas du Toit. He's in.
Thomas du Toit's in.
He's in.
Who's starting? Boan Fenter? No, I don't think he'll be. Maybe off the bench, but I don't think he'll be involved. Depending on
Johan Grobelaar and Thomas du Toit. So Thomas du Toit, yes.
Yes. Locks. Yeah, I think it depends how Eben plays tomorrow. I think there's gonna be a lot of rust. He hasn't played rugby in ages, and I don't know. Do you have Eben who's at 80%, or do you put in Kobus Visser, who was flipping phenomenal in the Nations Championship? I do think Eben...
But it's a question of will Eben be 100% for 45 minutes?
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
You can do that.
Yeah,
we can do
that.
Yeah.
So I think Eben will be there. The 5, I think you still have to go back to Ruan Nokia for that first test match.
But maybe Leeuward's playing for a spot on the bench, potentially.
Potentially. If he can give us 100% for 30 minutes.
Loose forward, Sia.
Yeah, Paul de Villiers has made a massive case for himself.
And the fact he's been left behind with what looked like a lot of potential test starters, very interesting.
I think Sia's leadership, Sia has to be there for me. I want to watch Sia Khaleesi lead the boys out. I think he brings
he might play for 45 minutes in the first test.
Yeah.
But I think he'll start.
Paul will definitely be off the bench.
Yeah, Pete Steph and Jasper Visser, they're nailed on.
Yeah.
So Kobus, Reinek and Sasha, I love the combinations of 9-10 that he keeps doing.
So good.
Do you have with Hamilton's, is there a 9 when that guy's 9, you love to be 10.
No, we don't have that much depth.
But these guys do. Morne van den Berg and Pollard on the bench. I think Sasha is... Four test matches is a long series. I think Sasha will start the game here. I think he'll be...
The second
He
test
might
match.
not even be on the bench in the first
one.
test.
Who's starting that first test at Ellis Park?
Grant and Marnie.
Agreed.
But Sasha will start here.
I think that's a good call.
And he might be on the bench as well, because he can play 15.
Yeah. Kobus and Sasha will start here. I mean, they might as
Yeah, I
well. They're
think so.
Stormers.
I think
Bring
so.
them in. Midfield. So Damien de Lende is on 99 caps.
Yeah, so he gets his 100th in Johannesburg. Peter Steff gets it here.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
going to be a moment.
I think that's the plan.
Yeah.
So I think Damien starts at Ellis Park. 13, Jesse.
Yeah, nailed on.
Wings, Kurtley, Cheslin, fullback
Flamia
Willemse.
Willemse. So I think there's a bench spot available for Ethan Hooker or Kane Moody might be battling over a bench spot. Because against England, it was no 10 on the bench. It was Kobus Reinach.
We were battered when we watched that game, so
Yeah, I know.
I'm finding it difficult.
Kobus Reinach, Andre Esterhuizen and Kane Moody with the 3 on the bench.
You think he has to play Andre as the hybrid? I think he definitely plays Andre as the hybrid.
Yeah. Like Andre Esterhuizen will be on the bench. And it's who goes with him. It could be Sasha, could be Kane Moody, could be Ethan Hooker.
I think Zachary Portland sits on the bench.
He's got a shot, hasn't he?
He's got a massive shot.
Yeah. Oxenche not playing and not being ready, that's an interesting one to watch as well, although it's just crazy depth.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
And
So yeah, the tight head on the bench is going to be a call.
England aren't playing any games over this.
No, we're done.
It's just the Australia and
Argentina are playing.
Yeah.
Japan, no. Australia are playing Japan. Argentina are playing South Africa.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the rugby this weekend.
So now that we're here,
Yeah.
we've been talking about this for how long? Months and months.
Can I be honest?
Okay.
Right now, I'm just starting to feel it now. But this last week, I haven't felt it yet.
Yeah. It's kind
felt
of
it yet.
we've been on this lull, and it's
Partly
now,
that is alcohol is a depressant, so I've been waking up, and you waking up with anxiety. Oh, what did I do last night?
Yeah. Talk to me about how this, when we sit on these chairs again in 6 weeks, Greatest Rivalries just ended. Who's going to have beaten who? What's the outcome going to be? What do you think us looking back on the Greatest Rivalry is going to be like?
Well, firstly, I think it'll probably cement the fact that the rivalry is something really special. I think there's quite a few people, particularly up north, sort of think the naming of this series is what? I think we're a bit jealous.
I think it's bang on.
I think we're a bit jealous. I'm a bit jealous of the rivalry. So I think it will cement that these are two of the benchmarks. I think France are in the mix as well, but these are right up there, 1 and 2. I think it's going to be an amazing series. I think New Zealand's best shot at winning a test match is the first 2. Because 4 tests back to back to back to back is brutal. And the size of the Kiwis, they're going to come out and give it. South Africa are going to give no quarter. I think this series is going to take some names. I think that both coaches are going to have to go into their squad in order to get through it.
Who do you think's going to be that one player from each side that maybe people aren't watching right now but makes a massive statement? They go into the 2027 Rugby World Cup. I think, which sounds weird, but I think Sasha could be on that list. He's been injured, he hasn't had much rugby, people are doubting again. It's weird, when players go away, people kind of forget what they've done.
It's a great shout. It's a great shout. Yeah, Sasha could be that guy. I think Cam Roygaard.
Yeah.
First, he hasn't... South Africa came here and played 2 games. I think Roygaard missed one of them, or wasn't really. I can't remember whether he was injured. It feels like this is the first proper time New Zealand are preparing to play the box with Roygaard as the main man, and he's their main playmaker now.
Do you think it could also be like Wallace Satiti or an older, like a Burden Barrett, who we all go, shit, we thought you were actually done, but...
Hey, that's a shout. Maybe another shout potentially could be...
Yes, we've got an army of lawnmowers coming behind us. Yeah.
Just wait for the lawnmowers for a second, and then it'll be worth the wait. Oh, there's one more.
mowing the lawn with his Springbok cap on.
Yeah, I love that. Fabian Holland might be another one. He could make a massive difference for them.
Yeah.
The Dutchman.
Yeah. Fabian Holland, I mean, Damien McKenzie is still well and truly up. Do you think Ruben Love like announces himself to the world?
Maybe the name is Richie Mwanga. He's played an NPC game now.
I would love that. Bring him.
I'm not sure that'll be the case though, but do you know what I'm really looking forward to? I'm just looking at matchups. And they're not opposite each other in terms of positions, but Geordie Barrett, Peter Steph Toy. We get that again.
Take us back to that 2023 Rugby World Cup final. I think Geordie's got a bit of a...
Will Jordan, Cheslin Colby. Oh man, the matchups are everywhere. So it's going to be so good.
It is going to be good.
I'm feeling it now.
We're there. Right, almost 24 hours.
Let's go and celebrate it arriving. Let's go out first Thursday. Let's go. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to wrap up before this one comes past. We'll see you on the next video.